Winning doesn't begin when you cross a finish line, hold up a trophy, or hear people clap for you. It begins deep inside your own mind, long before the world notices. The truth is, most people never truly win because they don't even know what they're chasing. They borrow society's definition of success, they copy their friends' goals, they let their families or social media tell them what victory should look like, and then they wonder why they feel empty even after achieving those things. If you want to win, the first and most important step is defining what winning means to you. You cannot hit a target you never set, and you cannot own a victory that was never yours to begin with. Maybe for you, winning is building a business that changes your family's financial future, or maybe it's sculpting your body into a weapon of strength and endurance, or maybe it's mastering your mind so completely that no outside circumstance can shake your peace. Whatever it is, it must come from you. Not from society, not from the opinions of others, and not from temporary trends. Too many people live their whole lives chasing trophies that don't matter, chasing validation from people who don't care, chasing goals that don't align with their soul. That is why they remain miserable even when they achieve something. Real winning is ownership. It's looking in the mirror and declaring, "This is my battlefield, this is my vision, this is my fight." Once you own your definition, you stop being distracted by comparison, because comparison is the enemy of clarity. You can't win someone else's race, you can't walk someone else's path, you can't live someone else's dream. The champions of life don't waste time looking sideways, they look forward, eyes locked on their own mission. This is why so many people lose before they ever start. They're trying to play by rules written for someone else's game. You must define your own. And once you do, everything changes. Your focus sharpens. Your energy aligns. Your actions begin to carry weight because they are no longer random, they are directed at a clear target. Winning isn't just about achieving, it's about becoming. It's about becoming the kind of person who honors their own definition of success with discipline, grit, and resilience. So, before you talk about victory, before you post about grind, before you tell the world you're chasing greatness, ask yourself, what does winning mean to me? Write it down. Own it. Live it. Because the first real win is clarity. Without it, you will spend your life running in circles, exhausted, unfulfilled, and broken. But with it, you will walk into every battle knowing exactly why you're there and what you're fighting for. And that clarity? That's the beginning of your victory. Discipline is the backbone of every true victory, and without it, you are building your dreams on sand that will collapse the first time life tests you. Motivation comes and goes, feelings rise and fall, but discipline is the steady force that keeps you moving forward when everything inside you screams to quit. The difference between winners and everyone else is not talent, not luck, not even intelligence, it is discipline, the ability to show up and execute regardless of mood, circumstance, or temptation. Most people allow their emotions to dictate their actions. They go to the gym only when they feel like it, they work on their business only when they're inspired, they chase goals only when the conditions are perfect, and then they wonder why nothing changes. Winners understand that discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't want to do it, especially when you don't want to do it. It's waking up at 5 a.m. when your bed feels like heaven, it's saying no to distractions when everyone else is partying, it's staying locked in on the mission when life is throwing noise and chaos at you from every direction. Discipline is not glamorous, it is not flashy, it is built in silence and in repetition. It's the countless mornings no one sees, the hours of practice no one claps for, the sacrifices no one praises, but those are the bricks that build victory. If you want to win, you must make discipline your lifestyle, not a temporary challenge, not a short-term push, but a permanent way of living. You must train yourself to keep the promises you make to yourself, because if you cannot trust your own word, you are finished before you even start. When you break your own word, you destroy your self-respect, but when you honor it, you become unstoppable, because deep inside you know you will not quit on yourself. Discipline is freedom. It gives you control over your time, your energy, your mind, your body. Without it, you are a slave to impulses and moods, but with it, you become a master of your destiny. Winners don't wait for the right feeling, they act, and feelings eventually follow. They don't negotiate with laziness, they kill it with action. They don't live by excuses, they live by execution. That is why discipline is not just part of winning, it is the very foundation of it. If you cannot master yourself, you cannot master anything else. So, if you truly want to win, stop waiting for the spark of motivation, stop waiting for the perfect conditions, and start building ruthless discipline, because discipline will take you to the finish line long after motivation has abandoned you. Every victory in life comes with a price tag, and that price is paid in pain and sacrifice. There is no shortcut, no discount, no easy way out, and anyone who tells you otherwise is lying. The reality is most people fail not because they lack talent or opportunity, but because they run from the very thing that forges champions: pain. They want the rewards without the suffering, the glory without the grind, the strength without the struggle, but life doesn't work that way. The universe demands payment up front, and that payment comes in the form of sleepless nights, aching muscles, lonely hours, rejections, failures, and sacrifices that most people are not willing to make. Winners don't just accept this truth, they embrace it. They look at pain not as an enemy but as a teacher, a sign that they are moving forward, breaking limits, and stretching themselves into new levels of strength. Every rep that burns, every mile that feels endless, every sacrifice that cuts deep is proof that you are separating yourself from the crowd. Pain is the furnace where weak excuses are burned away and toughness is forged. The average person avoids pain at all costs. They quit when it gets uncomfortable, they walk away when things get hard, they choose the path of least resistance, and that's why they remain average, living lives of quiet frustration, knowing deep down they had the chance to be great but refuse to pay the price. Winners see sacrifice differently. They understand that sacrifice is not losing, it's investing. When you sacrifice comfort today, you are buying freedom tomorrow. When you sacrifice distractions, you are buying progress. When you sacrifice short-term pleasure, you are building long-term pride. That is the exchange, and it is always worth it. But here's the thing: you can't fake it, you can't cheat it, and you can't avoid it. Pain will find you no matter what path you take in life, but only those who embrace it willingly will transform it into power. When life tests you, and it will, you must not run, you must not break, you must not fold. You must lean into the discomfort, because every second you spend inside that fire, you are becoming stronger, sharper, more resilient. Pain is temporary, but victory is forever. Sacrifice is heavy, but regret is unbearable. So, the next time your body screams to quit, the next time life tempts you with comfort, the next time you feel like giving up, remind yourself, this is the price, this is the process, this is the proof that you are on the path to greatness. Embrace it, endure it, and rise from it, because pain and sacrifice are not punishments, they are the currency of winning. No matter how strong your body is, no matter how much skill you build, no matter how many hours you put in, if your mind is weak you will break the moment pressure hits, because the true battlefield of life is not your muscles, not your bank account, not your environment, it is your mind, and only those who build mental toughness can truly win. Mental toughness is the ability to keep going when every logical reason tells you to stop, to rise when you've been knocked down 10 times, to hold your ground when doubt and fear are screaming louder than your confidence, and to fight through the storms that life throws at you with a heart that refuses to quit. Most people fold under pressure, they panic when things don't go their way, they crumble the first time adversity punches them in the mouth, but winners develop a bulletproof mindset that refuses to break. Mental toughness is not about pretending you have no fear, it's about moving forward even when fear is choking you, it's about turning failures into fuel, turning setbacks into stepping stones, and turning obstacles into opportunities. It is built the same way muscle is built, through stress, resistance, and repetition. Every time you push through discomfort instead of quitting, you add another layer of armor to your mind. Every time you finish what you said you would do, even when you're tired, you make your mind stronger. Every time you endure rejection and keep showing up, you sharpen your resilience. That is how toughness is created, not in moments of comfort but in the fire of hardship. Winners train their minds daily, they visualize success, they speak power into themselves, they control their inner dialogue, and they refuse to allow negativity or excuses to dominate their thoughts. They know that once the mind breaks, the body follows, but if the mind stays strong, the body will find a way. Mental toughness is what keeps you grinding when nobody is watching, it's what allows you to run one more mile, lift one more rep, work one more hour, make one more call. It is the unshakable belief that no matter how bad it gets, you will find a way through. Without it, all the talent in the world will go to waste. With it, even the ordinary can achieve the extraordinary. So, if you want to win, you must train your mind like a fortress, resilient, disciplined, and unbreakable. Build it brick by brick, challenge by challenge, pain by pain, until nothing and no one can shake you. Because in the end, victory doesn't belong to the smartest, the fastest, or the strongest, it belongs to the ones who are too mentally tough to ever give up. When it comes down to winning, there is one truth that separates the champions from the crowd: you simply have to outwork everyone, because talent without effort is wasted, potential without grind is meaningless, and dreams without sweat are nothing but fantasies. Most people are looking for shortcuts, for hacks, for the easy route to success, but winners know there is no elevator, you have to take the stairs, step by step, day after day, long after the average person has quit. Outworking everyone doesn't just mean doing a little more, it means committing to an obsession-level grind where your work ethic becomes your weapon, your shield, and your identity. When others are sleeping, you're working; when others are celebrating, you're still grinding; when others say they've done enough, you say it's not even close. Every extra rep in the gym, every late night of study, every early morning of focus is a deposit into the bank of victory, and the compound interest of that grind is unstoppable. Most people will do what's required, but winners go beyond required. They go into the zone of relentless effort where excuses die and results are born. You can't just want it, you have to want it so badly that your actions scream louder than your words, so badly that quitting is not even an option in your vocabulary. And here's the thing: outworking everyone isn't about competing with them directly, it's about competing with yourself every single day, pushing your own limits so far that you redefine what you thought was possible. The world rewards sweat equity, not wishes; it rewards obsession, not half effort; it rewards those who are willing to give more when everyone else has nothing left. Winners know that hard work may not guarantee success instantly, but lack of hard work guarantees failure. So, while the average man is scrolling, wasting hours, waiting for motivation, the winner is building, grinding, stacking hours that nobody sees but everybody will feel later. You want respect? Outwork them. You want success? Outwork them. You want freedom? Outwork them. Let your grind speak so loud that nobody can deny you, let your efforts silence every critic, let your work ethic become your legacy. At the end of the day, it's not the one who had the best start, the biggest resources, or the most connections that wins, it's the one who refuses to be outworked, who turns discipline into obsession and obsession into dominance. Outwork everyone, and eventually they will have no choice but to watch you rise. Life will never hand you a straight road to victory, it will throw obstacles, detours, storms, betrayals, failures, and unexpected setbacks at you, and the reason most people lose is not because they didn't start strong, but because they couldn't adapt when the plan fell apart. Everyone has a strategy until life punches them in the face, and when that happens, the weak quit while the winners adjust, pivot, and find another way. Adaptability is the secret weapon of champions. It is the ability to stay committed to your goal but flexible with your methods, to never confuse the mission with the approach. Winners don't waste time crying over closed doors, they build new ones. They don't freeze when things go wrong, they improvise, they find solutions, they create opportunities out of chaos. You must understand that rigidity kills progress, but adaptability ensures survival and victory. Life will test your patience, your creativity, and your resilience. It will try to see if you are willing to bend without breaking, if you can stand tall in the storm without being washed away. Winners live by one rule: there is always a way. If the front door is locked, they go through the back. If the road is blocked, they climb the mountain. If the resources are gone, they create new ones. Quitting is never on the table, solutions are always on the table. The average person thinks failure is final, but winners understand that failure is simply feedback, a lesson pointing them toward a new strategy. Every setback is a setup for a stronger comeback, every roadblock is an opportunity to prove resilience, every loss is data for the next attempt. That mindset, refusing to break, refusing to settle, refusing to stop looking for a way forward, is what separates those who wish from those who win. Adaptability doesn't mean weakness, it means strength in motion, it means being able to play the long game no matter how many times life tries to knock you off course. So when life flips the script, when your plans collapse, when everything you expected crumbles, don't fold, don't freeze, don't complain. Adjust. Adopt. Overcome. Because winners don't need perfect conditions to win, they create victory out of chaos, they find a way where others only see dead ends. That's how legends are made, not in the smooth moments, but in the storms they refuse to let break them. The most dangerous moment in the life of a winner is not when they are struggling at the bottom, it's when they finally taste success, because success has a way of making people soft, of making them comfortable, of convincing them that the fight is over. But the truth is, the fight never ends, and the second you think you've made it, you're already falling behind. Real winners know that staying hungry is the only way to keep winning, because yesterday's victories don't win today's battles. Hunger is the fire that keeps you disciplined, keeps you sharp, keeps you relentless when others are slowing down. The difference between a champion and an average achiever is that the champion refuses to settle, no matter how much they've accomplished, no matter how many trophies they hold, no matter how high they've climbed, they keep looking for new mountains to conquer. Settling is the death of greatness, and comfort is the silent killer of potential. You must guard yourself against it like poison. Celebrate your wins, yes, but never let them hypnotize you into believing the mission is over. Every time you hit a goal, set a new one. Every time you level up, push for the next level. Every time you climb a peak, find a higher peak. Hunger is what drives innovation, it's what pushes you to go deeper, train harder, study longer, and refuse to let the fire die out. Most people slow down after a little success because they think they've done enough, but winners understand that enough doesn't exist, there is always more to give, more to build, more to achieve. Staying hungry doesn't mean being ungrateful, it means refusing to let gratitude turn into laziness. It means knowing that the gift you've been given, the talent, the time, the opportunity, must be used to its maximum capacity, not halfway, not comfortably, but fully. The moment you settle, someone hungrier than you, someone willing to bleed for it, someone obsessed with it, will take your spot. That's why champions stay paranoid, they stay sharp, they stay in attack mode, because they know there is always someone chasing them, and the only way to stay ahead is to keep grinding like they still have nothing. Hunger is not a phase, it's a lifestyle, it's an attitude, it's the mindset of never being satisfied, of never believing you've peaked, of always asking, what's next, what's higher, what's greater? That's how you keep evolving, how you keep winning, how you make sure your legacy is not just a moment of greatness but a lifetime of it. Stay hungry, never settle, and you will never stop winning. At the end of the day, all the discipline, all the sacrifice, all the toughness, and all the hunger mean nothing if you don't have unshakable belief in yourself and the relentless drive to execute on that belief every single day, because winning is not about talking, it's not about posting, it's not about wishing, it's about doing, and doing with conviction. Belief is the engine that powers execution, and without it, you will hesitate, you will second-guess, you will crumble under doubt and criticism. Winners believe in their vision so fiercely that no amount of rejection, failure, or hate can shake them, because their belief is not borrowed from the world, it is built from within. You must look in the mirror and tell yourself, I will win, and then back those words with relentless execution. Most people wait for certainty before they act, but winners act and create certainty along the way. They don't wait until everything is perfect, because they know perfection never comes. They don't wait for approval, because they know the world may never give it. They move, they act, they execute, and with every step forward, their belief grows stronger. Execution is the great separator. Ideas are everywhere, dreams are cheap, talk is endless, but execution is rare, and it is execution that creates results. Every day you wake up, you are faced with a choice: talk or execute, delay or act, quit or push forward. Winners choose execution, over and over, until it becomes who they are. They don't let fear stop them, they don't let doubt paralyze them, they don't let failure define them, they move forward regardless. That's the formula: believe without question, act without hesitation, and keep swinging until the wall breaks. Relentless execution means no excuses, no waiting, no halfway effort. It means showing up every day like the world owes you nothing and your dream owes you everything. It means running toward the battle when others run away, it means working in silence while others talk loudly, it means refusing to stop until the job is done, no matter how long it takes. When you combine unbreakable belief with unstoppable execution, you become a force that nothing can contain. Doubt may knock at your door, failure may visit, setbacks may come, but belief will keep you standing and execution will keep you moving. And eventually, the world will have no choice but to recognize you, because consistent execution backed by belief cannot be denied forever. So, if you want to win, stop waiting, stop doubting, stop hesitating, believe like it's already yours, act like it's already happening, and execute relentlessly until the vision becomes reality. That is the final step, the ultimate mindset, the difference between wishing and winning. Believe. Execute. Conquer.